Jai Hind everyone, welcome to another video blog. I hope you all are safe and healthy as well. So let's start with today's topic. But before that, we have to recapitulate everything what we have done in the past. In the last video, in the chapter what we have started, coal and petroleum, we already have done up to the refining of crude oil. That crude oil what we actually found in a deeper ocean or deeper, the rocks. That's why it is known as rock oil, is it? So after that, after refining the crude oil, we get different variety of kinds of component of this, just like the petrol, diesel, kerosene, ATF, and the petroleum gas as well, and some residual also, which is actually act as non-fuel kind of state, just like. So not only the refining of crude oil we have learned, but also we have learned about the different kinds of distillation process what we have done with the crude oil. This is called refining, or in terms we can say fractional distillation, where we have different kinds of columns from where we can get a different kinds of variety of the petroleum product on the based of the boiling points. And this process is totally different from the structural distillation which we have done in the coal. So this is all about the past. Today we will discuss two new topics. This will be natural gas and compressed natural gas. Obviously the natural gas we already heard when we about to exert the crude oil from the deeper of the ocean bed, seabed, or we can say the deeper of the rocks. That time we see that after the water level we have the crude oil, and then we have a kind of bump out of there where the due to the extreme pressure and immense temperature, some decomposed gas will actually grow out. So this kind of gases is called natural gas. So let's talk about this natural gas first. Raw natural gas comes primarily from any one of three types of wells. First, crude oil wells, gas wells, and condensate wells. Natural gas that comes from crude oil wells is typically called associate gas. Why? Because it's just the upper level of the crude oil. Such gas is referred to as a coal bed gas or coal bed methane, since the main component of the natural gas is methane. So it is a gaseous mixture of lower hydrocarbons which occur deep inside the earth, we can say. This natural gas is actually referred as an ideal fuel. Why? The first reason is that it has high calorific value, about 55 kilojoule per gram. The second is it is not leave any kind of ashes, just like after the coal burning we get a ash. Okay, so obviously after burning the natural gas it doesn't have any kind of ash after burning, so that's why it is considered as a clean fuel. Third, after burning it will gives us blue smokeless flame, so obviously it is good for health also, so smoke will be not there. That's why all these reasons makes the natural gas is an ideal fuel. As we all know that natural gas is referred as an ideal fuel, so that's why this natural gas can be used as a domestic or industrial fuel due to its high calorific value. Second, for the obtaining the hydrogen in industrial scale, because it consists a lower amount of hydrocarbons also. And it is also used to make carbon black. In India, the natural gas has been found in Tripura, Rajasthan and Maharashtra, and in the KG Delta. KG stand for Krishna Godavari Delta. So this is all about the natural gas. Now our next topic is CNG. CNG stand for compressed natural gas. So let's talk about the CNG first. CNG, also known as compressed natural gas, which is actually eco-friendly alternative to gasoline made by compressing natural gas. Already we can say it is a main consistent of methane, which is actually compressed down to less than 1% of its volume. CNG fuel is safer than a gasoline and diesel because it is non-toxic and does not contaminate groundwater. Also, we have a data that CNG after burning, it doesn't leave any kinds of ashes. And second, the CO2 produced by the CNG and also the water. So obviously CO2 plus water, if it produced after the burning, it is not too much harmful for our nature, because the CO2 will be absorbed by our trees and plants as well. So that's why it is considered as a clean fuel and eco-friendly fuel. Now we will talk about the uses of CNG gases. CNG gases is often used in the automobiles, just like car, buses, scooters. It easily transported through pipelines, so easily we can transfer from one point to another point. So I hope this video will help you to understand the natural gas and the compressed natural gas as well. If you have any concern or any kind of queries, you can ask me in my live video, or you can ask your concerned teacher as well. So we will meet in the next video. Stay safe. Thank you and Jai Hind.